Is it list time?
It's list time.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. So, disclaimer: we just did this I just did this.
Yeah.
Before I totally forgot about it. I had absolutely just completely.
I'm still trying to
it.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. Mm-hmm. This list was so hard to do.
So 10 minutes before we pressed record, I just looked up best movie twists and I just wrote down 5 of them. So. Later on, I might think of twists where I'm like, oh, I should have put that on the list.
You might actually hear some of mine and be like, oh, dang, that was
damn
good.
it. Yeah, you're probably right.
This is so hard. You know what? I have to pick a number 5. Because I still haven't picked a number 5. It was that hard.
Damn.
Because I guess this just goes to show that I love a lot of these, pretty comparably.
Yeah, and some of these are very well-known twists. Some of you probably haven't even seen these films, and yet you know the freaking twist.
Yes.
That's happened to me before. I knew the twist, of American Psycho before I saw it. I know the Sixth Sense of... I haven't even seen Sixth Sense. I just know the twist.
And don't get me wrong, some of these definitely helped make the movie better, but knowing the twist took a lot out from me, and so that's probably why this is obviously these are personal lists.
Yeah.
I have some of these really iconic ones as honorable mentions, but that's why they're not up there.
Yeah,
because these other ones fucked me up.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Because I'm rarely shocked by a twist. I'm just going to be honest with you. A lot of times, and I'm not trying to brag here, I can see a twist coming. Very rarely do I get so shocked by a twist. There's a couple in here I will give you those. So who wants to start with the honorable mentions? Rock, paper, scissors, it?
Oh my god.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Told you.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh!
You won.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to go double this time.
Oh, I knew it. Oh, dang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
So, I'll start off with my honorable mention, The Usual Suspects.
Okay, yeah.
For that one, it's really the execution of it that it was so good. I mean, it's not a very complicated one, but I still really enjoy the way that it was pulled off. Yeah, and another thing with this list is it's kind of hard to talk about these movies, so we're gonna try to be
we're gonna
really
try
surface
and not spoil them,
and not actually. I feel like I'm just gonna be talking about what it did for me, I guess, and try not to talk about its any context within it.
For sure. Okay. And
so how many do you have, I guess?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So I have a bunch.
Okay.
I'll name another one, and you're gonna be like, "Why is this on there?" Don't give me shit. Psycho. It's awesome. It's iconic. Don't get me wrong, but I also knew that before I went in, technically because the second one.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so...
Because you saw the second one first.
Yes. So that kind of ruined it a little bit, but you know what? It's still a fantastic...
For sure.
Historical ending.
Yes. All right, want me to go?
Yeah.
All right. Planet of the Apes. I think it's a great twist. It basically kind of takes a story. It is the the epitome of a twist ending where you think something's happening and then it's just a reversal. But there's a lot of also political commentary there, and it does kind of. I mean, it's easy to look at that twist now and say, "Oh, okay, that's pretty typical." But back in that day when that came out, that was pretty amazing. Because think about it, we've seen Planet of the Apes so much, we already know the twist. I mean, it's embedded in our culture. But if we freaking go back in time and watch it for the first time, you can see that twist is just whoa.
And the fact is, these reboots and stuff like that, they make it known.
Yeah.
Because they think that everybody knows what's going to happen with this twist.
Yes,
and
exactly.
also, that's on my honorable mentions as well.
Oh, Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And also there's a lot of commentary. We just talked about this recently today. There's commentary about what was happening in the world at that time. I think this was made during the Cold War, right?
Yeah, it was made in 60, 68.
Yeah, something like that. So, you blew it up. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
There's something they're talking about there.
Yeah. Good dialogue too at that part. Yeah, it's a great choice. Like I said, it's on mine as well. This one, now this is another thing about this list, is it's kind of hard to tell which one's a twist. A genuine twist. But this has been on lists, and I didn't want to include it.
Because twist doesn't just mean twist endings. Twists can mean anything.
Yeah.
A twist can happen in the middle of a film.
So I got to include The Wizard of Oz.
Damn.
Wizard of
I didn't
Oz
think of
is
that.
it's such a good ending, and the consequences are still there from like the story. But like when you experience in this fantasy world, it really it helps you like in the real world, I guess.
Yeah.
There's no other real way of saying
Pretty
it.
much, yeah.
When you learn something about yourself in like even like if you learn something about yourself in a dream or something like that, you can. I just spoiled the ending.
Yeah, I mean, it's Wizard of Oz, man.
Dude, Wizard of Oz, if you don't know Wizard of Oz, what the fuck?
If you haven't seen Wizard of Oz, you're not listening to this podcast.
That is the only one that I'm sorry.
You have to.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
This is why this list is hard to do.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do. But I will not, because some of these I know that you haven't even seen. I really don't want to spoil them for you.
Right. But Wizard of Oz is an exception. Like, if you haven't seen Wizard of Oz, you're not listening to this podcast.
Yeah, you're not here.
You're just not here. If you don't care to see Wizard of Oz, then you obviously have...
You have better things to do.
You're not on a movie podcast. You know, you're not listening to
By
movie
better
podcast.
things to do, I mean, no, you don't.
Right.
You got to get on this.
Wizard of Oz is one of my favorite films of all time.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Is that it? Is that all you got, or?
Yeah, that's what I'll do for now. Let you go.
Okay, Sixth Sense is my next one because,
Okay.
I mean, I know you're not the biggest fan of that movie, but it was pretty revolutionary when it came out. And this kind of established M. Night Shyamalan as like the king of twists. And I feel like that kind of he kind of held himself to that standard ever since. Mm-hmm. You know, he's done a twist in almost like every film he's done. Almost. Even films that don't need twists, he puts twists in. So, I understand, but... You know, this is arguably his best film, and I haven't seen it, but I put it on it as an honorable mention because I feel like when you mention twists, like this is one of the first ones that just comes to mind.
It definitely is, even though I don't really care for the movie. It definitely comes to mind.
And I've never even seen it, but I know the twist. That's how much it's been embedded in our pop culture. So, I mean, if this twist has stuck with people this long, then obviously something was done right. So, I put it as my honorable mention.
Okay. Now you're going to hate me so much. I'm so sorry.
I swear on my life, if this is another Alfred Hitchcock movie that I'm thinking of...
you're going to hate me at some point, but it's not going to be right now. It's going to be maybe a little bit later.
Okay.
Empire Strikes Back.
Oh.
Empire Strikes Back is so iconic, and like I wish that I was there to witness it when it first came out. Mm-hmm. Because that had to have been shocking for so many people. Yeah. And then to be left on that cliffhanger, like, fuck you guys. Yeah. That's bold. And that's kind of like what we experienced with Endgame. Yeah. We got to experience that same feeling. And of course I knew.
Yeah, it's so embedded in our pop culture.
Actually, the fact that they didn't even say it, I thought it was just common knowledge. Mm-hmm. And then when I heard it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's how people know that. Right,
because, when it first came out, it was a huge twist. This is why I think watching the prequels first, there's that whole argument, do you watch them chronologically or the way they came out? Mm-hmm. This is why you watch them the way they came out, because if you watch the prequels first, it ruins that twist for you. And it ruins that moment. Yeah. That's one of the most pivotal moments of Star Wars.
And if you haven't seen them until now, like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. There's actually videos online that I watch of people who haven't seen Star Wars or even seen the twist, and they freaking, they, like, freak out every time. They're like, what? Yeah. What? It's amazing. It's amazing. I love seeing that reaction.
I wish I was you guys. I wish I was in their shoes.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
Sometimes people avoid these twists. Somehow.
And I admire those people. Mm-hmm. And then I guess I'll just rip the Band-Aid off right now. Vertigo.
You son of a bitch.
It's such a good twist. It really is. But it got edged out by one movie in particular.
Okay. And
because we'll get to that later.
Okay.
We'll get to that later.
Okay.
But you wanna go?
Yeah. Friday the 13th.
Okay.
The very, very end. I think that's an unexpected twist. It's like, holy crap. Someone's still alive. I wonder who.
That movie.
Yeah.
That one was technically spoiled by me from another film.
Really?
They talk about it in a movie at the beginning. It's a horror movie from the 90s.
Oh, Scream.
Yeah. So that actually spoiled it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But that is a good twist ending.
It is a good twist. It must have been shocking. Yeah.
Okay, so now I feel relieved. So I'm gonna hit you with one that you don't like, and I don't care. Mm-hmm. Fight Club. Fight Club for me.
I knew that twist before I saw the movie.
I did know that. I knew that twist, but it put a lot of things in perspective. Mm-hmm. It made a lot of sense because I found that movie to be super rambunctious. It's kind of all over the place. Yeah. And that kind of like made more sense in why this movie was acting like that. Okay. So I think that's why I like it so much. Mm-hmm.
And that movie started the whole "it's you" twist. You know, which we talked about in my top 10 most or top 5 most.
That's why I said that I knew you wouldn't like this.
Yeah, well, that movie started that. I can't fault it for starting that craze. It's just everyone seemed to want to capitalize on that.
And
after that movie
the dialogue around it is so good. Like we've lost cabin pressure. Like let's go. Oh, it's so good.
So good. Okay, my next one. You might hate me.
Okay.
Memento.
Okay.
Memento is on my honorable mentions. I won't spoil it for you, but it kind of... There's a lot of twists and turns throughout the movie, but the guy has a goal, right? He has a goal that he's trying to achieve throughout the entire film, and then it was revealed at the end that maybe this goal he was trying to achieve might or might not have been his own doing, and it really changes the whole story perspective for you, and it just does a total 180, and it changes the whole story for you. You look at it through a different lens, and you're like, wow, that's crazy. And for a movie that's going backwards, first of all, is pretty insane.
It's excellent storytelling.
It really is.
But
Jonathan Nolan and Chris Nolan are amazing.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But I have a twist for you.
Okay.
It's not on my list.
Oh, really?
My honorable mentions. I actually desperately need to rewatch that film.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Okay, so let's go with The Third Man.
Oh, okay.
You know that movie, right?
Yeah, the Orson Welles movie.
It's a Carol Reed film actually.
But Orson Welles is in it. Yeah.
Yes, he's in it. That is like perfection as far as like execution on a twist. Yeah. So that's just as much as I'll say about it. And then this is another one where it's like I don't necessarily know if you would consider this a twist. I'm going to include it anyway, but it is misinformation. So I'll say that F or fake.
Okay.
Because it's a documentary.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a hybrid of a documentary and
a mockumentary sort
of.
Yeah.
So so I'm going to include that one.
Yeah, for sure. All right, my next one is Soylent Green. A film you've never seen.
I have not.
Oh man, it takes place in like a dystopian future where like food has basically run out, so they drink this thing called Soylent Green. And it's basically like a sustenance thing. They actually sell stuff called Soylent now, and I'm like, yeah,
my brother drinks it.
I don't know why they would name it that. I mean, maybe Soylent is probably like a substance of some kind. I'm probably just...
It's got just a ton of vitamins in it.
Yeah,
like every vitamin
I'm sure I'm just a fucking idiot who thinks like Soylent. No, they should have just named it Soylent Green. Charlton Heston is in the movie again. He's in another movie that has a lot of twists. The ending, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's revealed what Soylent Green is, and it's linked to why the world is running out of food and why the world is kind of going through like a huge problem. I won't say what the problem is, but I'll just say that Thanos would probably look at the Soylent Green world and be like, yeah, this is why I need the Infinity Stones.
Okay.
You know, that's all I'll say.
Gotcha.
And
I know you just spelled it out.
basically. But yeah, I think Thanos just watched Soylent Green.
Oh, okay.
He just watched Soylent Green and he's like, okay, this is what every world is like.
My question is, should I watch Soylent Green?
Should you watch Soylent Green? Yeah, you should. I think it's a pretty decent movie.
Okay, cool.
Yes, and there's a twist at the end. And it's a very quotable twist. It's actually in our pop culture a lot too. Obviously not as something like I Am Your Father, but it's a very quotable quote.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised you've never heard this quote.
Oh,
so you should watch this.
If I see it, I might have heard it.
It's gonna be one of those things where it's like
what?
It's gonna be like one of those things where I tell you, I can't believe you've never heard that quote, and then tomorrow you're like watching a random YouTube video, and then you hear it. That happens all the time.
Okay. Interesting. I'll definitely add that to my list.
Do it.
This movie kind of goes hand in hand with another movie that I'll talk about later down the line. But Lost Highway, David Lynch film.
Okay.
I love David Lynch.
Yes.
End of story. I love him so much, and this movie is kind of like a building block for another film. So I'll wait on that. The next one. Now, this is a movie that I was like, this is kind of typical to keep saying the same word over and over again.
Yeah.
To add like a Pee-wee's Playhouse to it.
Okay.
You said the magic word. You see the secret word.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this ending kind of changed my mind, and I'm like, okay, this is actually an all right movie, and that rarely happens, and that's the Others.
Oh yeah, I saw that on the list, but I don't know the twist of The Others.
Oh. I mean, if you like your supernatural horror, I'd say watch The Others, dude.
Who is in that? Is
Nicole
Kidman?
Kidman.
Okay,
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, I'd check it out because actually that ending did surprise me.
Okay.
So.
You check that out then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out before it gets spoiled for me.
Sure.
My last one.
Okay.
Book of Eli. I think is one of the most underrated films ever.
Haven't seen it, and I actually don't know what the twist is.
Yeah, there you go. The Book of Eli, I think, is a super underrated film. The Hughes brothers did it. The Hughes brothers just make a ton of underrated films. Like, they don't get enough love. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. It's basically a post-apocalyptic world where Denzel Washington is like a drifter who's basically trying to... He has a goal. I won't spoil that goal either, but it is a plot point. That's sort of a twist too, but the big twist comes after that, after it's revealed what his goal is, you know? Mm-hmm. And the way he gets a one-up on the bad guy because of this twist is pretty hilarious. And it's kind of prophetic in a way and like profound based on this, you know, what they're saying within the movie. So it's
Gotcha.
a very like dark, kind of gritty, but yet biblical, spiritual type movie. It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't spoil it.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, super underrated. Super underrated.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
So, another one I'll have to add to my list. I have 2 more honorable mentions, so this actually almost like works out perfectly.
All right.
This one, The Prestige.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good twist.
That is a good twist.
Mm-hmm.
There's excellent storytelling in that movie. I think that's like peak. Like, I don't want to say that's peak performance Christopher Nolan storytelling because he's done a lot of innovative types of stuff. But this is like the more basic. I almost want to say 3-act structure. Mm-hmm. It's like a past, present, future type thing. Mm-hmm. And it's told really well, showing all 3 of them simultaneously. Mm-hmm. And I think there's just kind of adds to the ending, which is great. And then my last one, and I don't know if you'd consider this one a twist, mm-hmm. but I do personally, and that's Enemy. See, I do
maybe
because of like the representation.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, I guess. It's a great movie.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Great movie. So I had to add that on there.
All right, cool. All right,
We're
on the actual list.
yes.
I gotta redeem myself.
You got to redeem yourself.
Yes, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Son of a bitch.
Are you serious?
Son of a bitch.
I feel like I put it out a little bit late.
It's all good. You're good.
All right. I feel like I haven't started in a while, so this is kind of interesting.
Okay.
Number 5, the one that I was talking about with the David Lynch movie,
Mulholland Drive. I knew it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's just a lost highway. Don't get me wrong. It's an excellent movie. And it's almost like a very similar turnout, except for this movie kind of perfects a lot of the holes that film had. Mm-hmm. And I don't really want to get too much into it, but a lot of people have some speculation of how the mm-hmm. ending is. It's kind of ambiguous, but I think it's almost like set in stone. Even though he hasn't come out and say it, I kind of figured this is exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
But it's a really good mind fuck.
Yeah.
And it's just a really good fucking twist.
Mm-hmm.
So I love it.
Nice,
I love
dude.
that movie.
My number 5 is Arrival.
All right.
Yeah, when I first saw this in theaters, I liked the movie a lot. I said, okay, this is a good movie. I'm with it. But it wasn't until that twist that made me realize, okay, this is a great movie.
I love this movie.
Because the way the story is structured and the way that the film and the script is structured tricks your brain into thinking a certain way to where you project your own emotions onto this sort of blank slated character.
Yes, very.
And that is so innovative. And then when you realize by the end what you did, it makes you look at the film in an entirely different light. And it also works with the theme of the film, with time mm-hmm. and stuff, and kind of like immortality and time, and you know how things are like a circle and like an endless loop and infinity. It's absolutely fantastic twist, and Amy Adams gives one of her best performances ever. I love that film. Again, I liked the film, but it wasn't until that end where I was like, okay, I am with it now. Like,
Yes.
this is great.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I was definitely interested from the beginning. That is a fantastic way for the movie to play out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, good choice.
Mm-hmm.
Good choice. And have you ever tried rewatching the film, knowing what happens?
I haven't.
Dude, it adds another layer.
Does it?
It adds another layer, man.
I need to check it out.
Definitely.
Check it out.
My number 4. Now this one, you might have totally forgotten about.
Okay.
There's another Denis film. Incendies.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Dude, Incendies is such a fucked up ending.
That movie itself is messed up.
It's so messed up, and that's a movie where we were kind of like, what is going on here? There's like some good commentary here, left and right, but like, what is like, where is this gonna go? And when it hits you, it's like, holy shit, this is bleak and heartbreaking.
Yes.
And
horrifying.
Mm-hmm. It's, oh my god.
That movie is so dark, and you're right. I can't believe I forgot about that because that twist really messed me up.
That movie, that twist made that movie like elevated it to such great heights.
Yeah, it was.
I think.
Wow, dude, it's a great movie, but I don't know if I could rewatch it just because it was so bleak.
Oh, dude, I'm looking for somebody who hasn't seen it so I can rewatch it.
You know what's crazy when we saw that film though? Your friend we watched it with predicted that twist to a T.
Yes.
How did he do that?
It was impressive.
It was impressive.
Yeah.
Because he said it, but I'm like, there's no way that's
going
to happen. There's no way.
No way. And then we're like, wait, this is leading in that direction. Holy shit.
Yeah, I can't believe he called that.
That was.
I never would have called that twist in a million years.
Me neither. And it still shocked me, even though he said it.
Yeah, same.
So
it shocked me kind of even more that he said it, because now I'm shocked on 2 different levels.
Yes, true. So
like,
of course I had to include this movie in the list. Of course it's not going to be on a lot of people's list, but it fucked me up.
Yeah.
Royally.
Yeah.
So that's my number 4.
Damn, dude. All right, my number 4 is Star Wars: Empire Strikes Back. You know what it is. You know what it is. It's Star Wars, bro.
And I don't blame you at all.
Yeah, I am your father, dude. It's a great twist. Revolutionary. Changed sci-fi, changed film, it changed everything. Star Wars is amazing. I love it. The end. I don't know.
The end.
The end.
Crawl.
The iris out, you know how they do in the Star Wars.
Don't worry, this is not so that's all you got to say about that?
Yep.
Number 3. This is the one that edged out Vertigo because there's some
Is it another Hitchcock film?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's Chinatown.
Oh, okay, yeah. I haven't seen it.
That wow.
Okay.
That ending's
It's on Hulu. I should check it out.
That's a fucked up movie too.
Okay.
It's a fucked up movie. I don't know if you watch it. I don't know. You'd probably say the same thing you said about Incendies. You don't know if you'd ever watch it again after you watched it once.
Uh-huh.
But that's also shocking given the fact that the time that it was made.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this movie reached levels that Incendies reached in a way.
Really?
But like 40 years before.
Right.
So I definitely watched this movie.
Dang, gotta watch it. Mm-hmm. My number 3?
Yep.
Vertigo.
There you go.
Absolutely. This film kind of introduced me to the Hitchcock twist, like the archetype Hitchcock that we all know and love. I mean, it's fantastic because I did not see it coming. I was like, what the hell just happened? That's insane.
Yeah.
I don't know how to dive deeper into it, you know? Basically, James Stewart is trying to solve like a mystery. Well, he's trying to solve a mystery, and then he thinks it comes to a conclusion until he meets someone else where he feels like, okay, wait a second, this is strange. This mystery might have an open end, but it's more psychological than that. It's not like he sees it and he's like, oh, I got to reopen this case. It's like he sees it and he's like, oh,
he actually almost forgets the case.
He forgets the case
because he becomes obsessed,
and he becomes obsessed by projecting his own like needs and wants into this other person. Yeah, you know, and then it's revealed that this other person might have ties to the first person, and that this might be a whole loop-de-loop situation here. Yeah, that's all I can say.
It's such a good ending.
It is
a good twist.
Yeah,
and I feel kind of upset, but I really like my list, dude. I really like my list.
All right, that's fine.
And this is why, like, you're gonna be like, why this one above all the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same one you just said. It's Arrival.
Oh, okay.
I think that ending really elevates that movie. It elevates the shit out of the storytelling, too.
Yes.
Wow. And like I said, if you watch that movie again, an entire new layer.
If a twist ending, or a twist in general, is done right, it makes you rethink the film in a different light. That's what a good twist does.
And this is something that I think personally, because you say, you know, it's one of her best performances. Don't get me wrong, it's a good performance. I think that that twist single-handedly brings almost all of the emotion to it.
Yeah, that's the whole point
of
that twist, basically.
So
was to show you what you were doing with that character.
If it could do that, I have to include it so high. It's that impressive.
Oh, damn.
This is my boy Denis.
It's Denis nuts.
Oh my god!
By the way, I cannot believe that we talked about Velvet Buzzsaw, and I did not make a D's nuts joke, because you know the artist is D's. His name is like D's. I'm like, really, D's?
We said that during the viewing.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
D's nuts.
Oh yeah, that happened.
So dumb. It's so childish, but that's what we are.
That's the house I live in.
Yeah. Okay, my number 2.
Yep.
Okay.
I have a feeling I know which two yours are.
Okay.
I'm gonna go type them in. I'm wondering if your number 2 is my number 1.
I highly doubt it.
Okay.
Until you say your number 1, and then I'll be like, oh, I totally forgot about that film.
Oh, I really hope that you forgot about this, because I want to be the one to say it.
Okay, I most likely will.
I'm typed them in. I'm not going to touch my thing.
There is no way that number 2 is on your... You think I'm going to choose this.
Okay.
So, I have a quick story here. Very rarely do I audibly gasp in films, like for twists, right? Uh-huh. And then there was a twist where I was watching it with my friend, and I legitimately, audibly said, no way. No way.
I think it's the same one.
I don't think so. Okay, so... Split.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I told you it wasn't the same one.
No, it wasn't the same one.
You want to know why I like the Split twist? Is because, again, it made me rethink the entire film. Because when I saw Split, I thought it was just a horror film. Okay? I thought it was a good horror film that made some odd choices. That twist straight up fixed the problems I had with that movie. Single-handedly. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, in the context of what you just gave me, it makes absolute sense now. And not only that, but that twist doesn't negate anything within the film, because the film ends before that twist even happens.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's pretty obvious what the twist is. I'm not going to say it even though you've seen the trailer for Glass and you know.
Yeah.
But without that twist, that film could still stand on its own. But yet that twist adds something to the film, which is what a good twist does for me. A good twist adds something. Not just changes something, not just takes away, but it adds something. Mm-hmm. And it makes you rethink things. And that's what that film really did. And that film, Split, was the first movie with a twist in it that really kind of blew my mind in a long time. Mm. You know?
Yeah, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, mm-hmm. This does do something with any filmmaker's canon. Mm-hmm. They could do something with their canon mm-hmm. at any point in time that I don't think... Oh, no! You get out of here! Okay, sorry. No, so I can see where you're coming from with that choice.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But I definitely did not expect that. And I'm hoping that you forgot about this one, because it's going to...
Okay.
Did you have anything to add about that?
No, yeah. I mean, the twist of Split's great.
Because I know for a fact what your number 1... I'm almost
you're
positive what your number 1 is. But my number 1, we talked about it last week, and that's what I told him before we started.
Okay.
Old Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Old Boy.
Yeah.
Is such a fucking genius ending.
Never seen it, so don't spoil it.
You're fucking joking.
I've never seen it.
You're fucking joking.
I told you this last time.
No, because I thought you said... Because you saw the hallway scene.
I did see the hallway scene.
And it's like, I thought that... I didn't... I guess I tuned that out.
Yeah, I told you I didn't see it.
I'm so sorry.
I told you I didn't see it. Don't spoil it.
I will not spoil it.
Mm-hmm.
I will not spoil it. Mm-hmm. But you know this is a revenge film, right?
I do know that. I mean, I know like some of the plot. Like I know that he was like caged in like a room for like 40 years, right, or something like that. So.
Isn't that a fucking weird setup?
It is a weird setup.
And it's like, why did this person do that?
Right.
Damn it, dude! What are you doing today? What are you doing today, dude? We gotta watch Old Boy.
Yeah, we should watch Old Boy. I'm down. Is it on?
It's got to be on something.
On something. We gotta check it out because I am 100% down to watch Old Boy.
Okay, cool.
All right. All right. Old Boy's your number 2, huh?
That's my number 1.
Oh, it's your number 1.
That's my number 1.
Okay.
That shocked the shit out of me. There's multiple parts to this that I think is so genius.
Uh-huh.
And I'll if we watch it, I'll talk to you about it afterwards.
Okay.
I'll just leave it at that then. Not feel bad.
No, you're all good. You're all good. Okay. My number 1. All right, we're going to say it 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to say it, okay? 3, 2, 1, Psycho. That's right. You know what it is. You know what it is. This movie freaking... The twist is so good. I remember sitting Jordan down in Florida, and Jordan watched this film for the first time, and he actually didn't know the twist, and he was like, what? And it's super cool to see someone who doesn't know the twist be shocked by something you just know. It's absolutely fantastic. It adds a lot of layers to the twist. There's like a huge... There's a long-ass psychiatrist scene, which has been known to be, like, the worst scene of that movie, and that's really unnecessary. And I get where they're coming from, but they got to put themselves in the shoes of a person in that time.
Yeah, they were not shown anything like this before.
Yeah, this was, like, a game changer. You know, so it's hilarious. The mindset of the world in that day was you actually needed a psychiatrist to full-blown
to do
explain,
an exposition.
to do, like, full-blown explanation of what... You know, of what Norman Bates was thinking, or whoever was thinking, because we don't know. Because Norman Bates is an accomplice to his mother's murders in the film.
Yes.
So his mother is murdering people, and he's basically covering them up. And but there's a twist involving him and his mother that is absolutely insane, and you will not see coming if you watch.
If you haven't seen it, or if you haven't heard of it.
And the crazy thing is like you feel bad for Norman Bates because the mother is making him like kill these people. And you could tell that he honestly like doesn't even want to do it half the time. He's like, I don't want it, you know. But his mother's a psycho. Mm-hmm. Haha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his mother's making him kill all these people, and he's like, oh, fuck, I don't want to do it. You know.
Yeah. So it's a good choice. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. There's actually 2 twists if you think about it in that movie, because the shower scene is kind of a twist too because you're.
Oh yeah.
Because that character was like the main character, and you're like,
yeah,
oh, we're following her.
Never been done.
Yeah. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, that character's not the main character anymore, and you're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
You know,
I definitely agree with you. There's
biggest name in the movie. You're like, "Oh, all right,
wow,
she's gone now."
Did her like that?
Did her like that? Now, I know we've mentioned this before, but I love Scream's tribute to that scenario. Yep.
Yeah.
Like they advertised Drew Barrymore like they advertised her like she was the freaking lead in that movie. Like she's on the poster and everything. And then,
so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah, you're right. That was genius.
That was genius. Wes Craven, I'm telling you. Yep. So that's my list.
Yep, and that's my list. So if you haven't seen any of these movies, you should totally check them out.
Yes, you should.